Our greatest weakness isn't losing, it isn't failing, it isn't falling flat on the floor. Our greatest weakness is surrender. It's when we throw our hands up, when we bow our heads, when we decide that maybe it isn't worth it anymore. But listen closely, because here's the truth. The surest path to victory is to rise just once more, to swing just once more, to take the step forward, even when your legs feel like they're breaking beneath you. Because the distance between failure and triumph is often just one more attempt. Think about it. History wasn't built by the ones who quit. It was built by those who stood in the rubble of their defeats, fists clenched, hearts burning, and who said, "I will not stop here." Steel is not forged in comfort. It is beaten into shape with hammer and flame, and so are you. Every blow you've taken, every setback, every night you thought was the end of your story. It wasn't the end, it was the shaping. It was the heat and the hammer, testing the strength you didn't even know you had. When you feel your arms heavy, when your lungs scream for air, when your mind whispers, "That's enough," that is the moment you decide who you are. Not when it's easy, not when the crowd is cheering, but when the room is silent, when the only sound is your own heartbeat against the storm. Do you stop or do you rise? Because one more time can change everything. One more round, one more strike, one more second of defiance. Understand this. The wall in front of you isn't unbreakable. It only looks that way to the eyes of the exhausted. But the moment you push past the pain, when you drive yourself beyond the edge you thought was final, cracks begin to form. And with one more hit, the wall shatters. So let me remind you, the fight you're in right now isn't just about this moment. It's about the version of you on the other side, the one forged in fire, the one who didn't quit, the one who earned every scar, every bruise, every victory. So when you fall, get up. When you miss, swing again. When you stumble, find your balance. And when the world tells you it's over, look back at the world and whisper, "Not yet." That version of you is waiting, but you'll never meet them if you give up here. Because greatness has never been about talent alone. It has never been about luck. It has always been about the one who tries just one more time. Every legend you know, every empire rebuilt, every victory carved into history, they came from men and women who refused to stop. When the world pushed, they pushed harder. When defeat wrapped its hands around their throats, they tore it away and kept moving forward. They weren't untouchable, they weren't flawless, they were relentless. And so can you be. Remember, pain is temporary, failure is not fatal, but surrender, that lasts forever. So the next time your knees hit the ground, don't see it as the end. See it as the place where you plant your foot and rise higher. The next time your fists ache, remember the weapon is not the hand, it is the will inside it. The next time you think you've given everything, understand this. You've only touched the surface of your strength. One more time, that's all it takes. One more breath, one more strike, one more step into the storm. And when the dust settles, when the noise fades, when the echoes of the fight disappear into silence, there will stand the proof. Not in the words you spoke, not in the dreams you had, but in the fact that when the world dared you to quit, you did not. You rose, you fought, you endured. And that is how victories are written, not in ink, but in sweat, in scars, in the refusal to give up. So carry this truth with you. Your greatest weakness lies in giving up, but your greatest strength is that you don't have to. So try, just one more time, because sometimes one more is all it takes to change everything.